Because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, I wanted to go over a couple things here. I sent out a video last night, and, we were looking for a place to get short the gold. It worked pretty well for a while, but look at the silver, what happened on Sunday night, folks. It's a perfect 382. You notice here, we're within just 2 cents of the exact 382. It hit it the first time, then it came down and made a slightly lower low, and that was nothing more than completing this ABCD pattern right here, folks. That's exactly what it was. And I said, this is 2 hours. This is a lot of accumulation in silver, especially, oh, shucks, hold on, let me get this up here so we can draw it in like a real technician might do it. There's your AB leg right there. Whoopsie daisy, move it over here. There's your CD leg coming in right here. It misses the bottom by, well, that's way down there, but there's your 382. That's what you're looking for. But that does complete. We'll just draw this in. This beautiful Gartley, and we've had a tremendous move of, well over $4,000. Of course, the gold went up just about the same amount, but there's your pattern right there, right at the 382. Then it pulls back this morning right at the exact 61% retracement, and now we're heading higher. We're probably going to get up to this 2854 level. And since we're looking at that, the reason what I'm saying that is I'm watching the gold here now. See, there's the same thing that happened here in gold. We had this big move down. Here's where we stopped here on last night. Same thing, stopped right at this really nice level. And what happened was, let's just go to a hourly chart so we can see it. It's really clear once you look at it on the hourly. There was your high. We were selling it up in here on Friday. There was your pattern came in right here, blowing this up a little bit. You'll be able to see the same type of scenario. The market made a beautiful ABCD pattern right here. And now we're heading higher. Well, I'll draw this in just so we can be sure that we're seeing it together. There's your ABCD coming in right here and locked up pretty nicely where it was supposed to be. Let's double check to see if I wasn't involved in the gold market because I was watching the silver very closely. I was watching gold, but silver was so easy that a third grader could have probably done that one. Yeah, there it went almost exactly to the exact number here on the gold, and now we're heading higher. So looking at this on the daily, because we might make one more high up in here, folks. You see that 25.22 we got to? We hit it once. We might get up there and do it again, and we can do it very easily because the move we had here on that big down move in the stock market. Folks, we dropped $100 an ounce here in gold, and we're already back to the highs already. This is not a bearish chart. But if you look at this again and you put this one in like this, that's going to get you right up here to the promised land up around this 2570. Now, if we get there, and we certainly could, because if we've rallied here $85 in the last 3 days, we could certainly make another $60 either today or tomorrow. So we really want to be watching this one right up in here because that would be a 3 drive to a top pattern. And not only that, folks, the open interest is decreasing. So what is happening here, this is all short covering that you're seeing right here, right now. So that's what we're keeping a really close eye on here today. All right. So let's move this out of the way a little bit. And we talked about the silver. Now I want to talk to the one I got a lot of flack about this one today, folks, but I said, I don't care. I said, we got to do this trade. And let's just get it up here. You'll see this was it. We were looking at corn this morning, folks, and my assumption is to buy this down here at the 1.618 expansion, and that number was. And I said, I don't care what you say about a report, whatever it is. I said you buy it at 292, and you put a stop at 284. And I think on 288, and we got down to 290, and now you can see we're 10 cents higher. So, and all that was a big completion here. You can see that's all this is. It has nothing to do with the report or anything. That report, everybody knows it's bearish, for God's sake. Corn's been going down. There's your number right there, 392, and you put your stop right below that. And there was another one right in here doing the same darn thing. Look at that right there, same name. What is that a hard one? Hello, operator. Now you're a free farmer. You don't have to risk $500. Sarah, we got a big rainstorm out there. Well, we got hail on the roof here, folks. Hang on. Whoa. Okay, I hope we don't lose any electricity here. Anyway, there's a beautiful pattern right in here. That's all we were looking at. And it's just a tradable pattern. You know, maybe it'll be a big one. I don't know. The good part about it is the fact that you've moved higher today than at any other time. You can see here, the last time you moved almost the same amount. You see that? And we've already done that in just a matter. This took 2 days to do it. This did it in just 1, 2, 3 hours. Well, an hour and a half. So this is a good sign. So if you did buy that, put your stop down here at 394. That way you lock in $100 and pray for the best and see what happens. If we look at this, whoa, it's a bad. I've got to get the hourly chart here. Your first profit objective on this would be the 382 off of the whole range back in here, unless we make it. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. This is really be a good sign, folks. If we can get this above 403 today, this could be a huge rally. And the last rally we had off one of these big ones, you'll see we went from 403 all the way up here. We're at like 20 cents. You add 20 cents onto this, so you're going to hit 411. Is 412. You'd be looking at 412. That would be your, let's just draw it in so everybody can see it together. There's your rally right there, and then you just move it over here, and that'll bring you in right up there at 410. So 410 would be your profit objective on that. It's a good sign that it's doing this. It could even back off a little bit, but the fact that the shorts have started to cover is a really good sign. And it's acting, the way you'd like to see it happen. So that's primarily what we're paying very close attention to here today. Now, we were also watching the soybean oil here. Hold on one second. And let's get this up here, and we'll be right back with you. Here's the soybean oil. We were saying to look for a retracement into the 61% retracement area. And while we're watching here, we're trying to short it here on Friday. If you remember, in the room, we missed it. It came down, and it made a little bit of an ABCD pattern here this morning. As you can see, we were looking to buy it, as you can see, around 41. Excuse me, our sale was at 41.44. It got to 41.39. And a buy stop was going to be above here. But now what we're looking at here in the oil is we got a little bit of a bullish sign here. And this has been the strongest of the group. Well, if there is such a thing as strength, because it has virtually no strength, but it did have a bounce. We went from this level up here, and then we're making a really nice ABCD. Might not be today, but you want to watch this one for tomorrow, maybe even today, right there at 94. Stop and go right below here. That's a really nice pattern. If you get that lined up, you can see the ABCDs moving down towards that level. So, but remember, corn is different than soybean oil, so don't let one affect the other, that's for sure. So we're going to take a break. 877-927-6648.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern, for free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, we're back, folks, and we're going to take a look at the bonds and notes right now. These are the Treasury bonds on the hourly chart. You'll notice on the far left over here, the 61% retracement. If you remember just looking at that on the daily, that's what we were watching. That was from the low right back here. There was the low. There's your 382 on this move. But look at the move here over the last several days, folks. From where we were last Thursday, we had a beautiful ABCD pattern in the middle of the night right here. Right at the 382 at 122.17, and we've been 100 handles. There's your 382 comes in right here. If we start getting above this level right here in the bonds, maybe we're going to have another little gyration in the stock market. Who knows? It's certainly jumping around enough. We could easily get up here to 124 and change. So watch this level right here. It's 123.15. Now, in order to watch the bonds, you should be watching the notes also, because the notes are the largest of the group, because these are the ones that are over your, your credit cards and stuff like that. We're seeing pretty much the same thing that we're looking at right here. There's your level that we were looking at. There's this is very interesting, folks. Look at this is really interesting. Holy moly, guacamole. On the bonds, we could only make a 382, and the notes came down to almost a 618. That is saying that the bonds are bullish, folks. I mean, stop and think of that. Here's what happened to the bonds. The bonds came up and stopped right here at the 382. The notes kept going down, and your bond position, if you bought it at the 382, kept going higher, and now it's broken out to the upside. Okay, so that's an important thing to remember, because these are big markets, folks. These are many, many times bigger than the stock indices. They're just huge. But the notes are 6 times bigger than the bonds, because this is interest rates, credit cards, mortgages, all that stuff, and that's what it's covered. The bonds are basically 30-year paper for people that are putting large amounts of money away and putting it at work at 4% or whatever the rate happens to be. Okay, so we've got that one taken care of. We've got the bonds taken care of. Now we need to get up here And we just made a new high in corn for the day up at 403, so looking pretty good, Billy Ray. Let's keep a close eye on that. All right, now let's get over here. I'm trying to keep an eye on the gold. I've got my limit minders in case we start making new highs. Hold on a second. I got to make sure that I haven't forgotten, because I have a tendency that when I'm get busy here, I don't put the number in, because I still think, I don't know if it'll be today or not, but we still got a chance at this. And what we'll have to do tonight is to look at the open interest, because the open interest all during this time has been dropping, folks. I mean, it's not, that's not a good sign when you don't have people coming into the market. It's a really, really big deal. So let's remind ourselves that that's what we're paying attention to here today. And it's still real early in the day. Look at the gyrations, just the simple gyrations that we're having here in the NASDAQ. Look at this. This thing is just all over the map. And it's following the ratios very nicely. And this is a really wild market. Look at this. From your high down to your low, you stop exactly at the 786. Where do you think you went to on the high? Boom. Right, almost exactly 786. Then you come back down again. What it looks like, and I'm not sure it's going to do this, but we could be making another new high up in here, because you'd have a double high to look at if it gets up into that area, which is not, that's not hard to understand that you could get from that area for sure. All right. So let's keep that in mind as we're paying close attention to these. All right, now let's move on here for just a second here, and we want to take a quick look here at the E-mini S&P. We're going to put the AI up here with it just to see. It says, well, we should be reaching, this is what it's been going on for today. This was a predicted low of the day right here. There was your high coming down, and now we got this one's not fitting too well, but we're supposed to come into a little high right into this area here. So very, very pay close attention. Here's the same reasoning here. Let's get rid of this program, and we'll just put a 3-minute up so you can see the action that we're having here in the S&P, that it follows the same protocol that you have with the NASDAQ. There's your first pullback today, exactly at the 61% retracement. The rally goes back up, stops where? 786, comes down, touches the 786. Now, for the first time in all day, we have a lower tops, and the bottoms are a little bit lower. So this is really interesting now, as if the S&P can't get any higher than 53.90 today, we could close lower. That would be a sign that, yeah, we might be turning over. If we look at the Russell, and that has been the weakest of all the groups. I have to show you one other one that I need to bring to your attention. Okay, this is the Russell, and I'll bring up the 30-minute because it bounced pretty good early this morning, and then again hit. This is just the 30-minute chart. You can see here's where we were on Friday. See, the market came down. Here's Sunday's action. Okay, here's what we've done so far today. As a matter of fact, it looks like we just made a little Gartley pattern just now. Let's just look at this. I think not quite. We're almost there. So pay attention to this low level here in this level here. If we can hold this level right here, we're at 2059. If we can hold that, then this has got a chance to rally. But you can see it's much weaker. And as you look at this on the 4-hour chart, it is it's considerably weaker. So I'll just get this up here. You can see this is it on the downside. It is substantially weaker. And let me try to refresh everything here so that we can get everything together. Jim Bartelloni will be our guest here. This is where the market gap from. There's what we wanted to see. And you can see on the way back, we did make the 382 on this several days ago, way back on the 7th. And when the rest of the market continued to rally, the Russell did not, and it was just about exactly on this right here. Missed it by 2 points, folks. So it does look like it's still rolling over here with the lower high coming in here so far today. But again, that's just the beginning of it. It's not a really big deal, especially from this point right here. Okay, one other stock that everybody asks about, of course, is Tesla, and we'll get up here QRST, and we'll get in the T's, and we'll be able to see it without too much trouble. I don't know if there's any news on it or not. No, it's doing nothing. It's just been going sideways here for several days with virtually nothing happening to it. Yeah, we made a low on the 5th. We were able to rally up to this level, and that happened the first day. And let's just see what that level was, if it was anything of any significance. We'll clean out this right here. and see the last high that we had was right here, right there, and then the rally came right back. It rallied to the 382 on the 5th, 6th, and 9th, and it's still rolling over. So this is not a very bullish pattern here that we're looking at in the Tesla here. So I think we've got a break coming up here in just a second or two. Well, let's call 52 seconds. And since we've got a chance, we'll take a look at JP Morgan. Someone from Florida wanted to talk about JP Morgan, and that would be right here. And that's been really strong, and it is, it's hugging up the old 61% retracement right now, folks. There's our high. There was our high today, right at the 61% retracement again. So if we can get above there, it's got a little bit of a chance. But we're going to take a break now, and when we get back, we've got Jim Bartelloni here of Bart's Charts. We'll be right back, folks.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foresight Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, we're back, folks, and I believe we have Jim Bartelloni in the house. Jim, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing great, Larry. How about yourself? Everything good?
Just living the dream, baby. Can't ask for anything better than that, can you?
That's all we can do right now.
That's for sure. What are you looking at today, Jim? What I know you sent some cool looking charts.
Larry, first off, it's great to be on the show again.
Our pleasure.
Thanks for having me on. It's. I always love being out there with you. So, the yen. It's obviously all in the news, and I'm just showing the dollar yen here. It was just a beautiful pattern, quite frankly. And then measured moves. I mean, I just love the measured move. You live and die by them. And so as the dollar yen was hitting this target, I mean, if you go and you look at like weeklies or monthlies on the euro yen, the Aussie yen, the Swiss yen, the pound yen, they were all completing ABCDs. I mean, it was unbelievable. So you throw in the yen hitting some major long-term targets. You throw in what you were doing with the Bradley model and all the patterns and everything. No one should have been surprised by the fact that the yen strengthened like it did. Now, did I know it would fall out of the sky, thousands of pips? No. But we definitely knew that we were in significant resistance area. And so I did this actually for JC Peretz and some of his people over at All Star Charts, just showing all the different projections that were coming into this area. So I really don't know. I don't think any of us know what the Bank of Japan's doing or anything, but we had a heck of a lot of CDs.
I don't think they know what they're doing. So, but who knows? I'm certainly in the dark. I'm the last one to criticize anybody. That's for sure.
Absolutely. No criticism. It's just, okay, what's going on? But we live and die by the patterns. And, man, they work this time. So this is a potential extremely important inflection point for the dollar yen. The ramifications for the carry trade are massive. And, I mean, we're, 20, 30? We're not that many pips away from another sell pattern occurring in the yen across all the different yen crosses. So as long as the yen keeps strengthening, we got definitely some resistance for the stocks coming. So I got to watch the yen. It's everything right now. And then I know we've been talking about gold. Boy, look at this one. Now I think we've talked about it before. When it comes to Elliott Wave's like my golf game, right? If you ask me, on the first hole, the par 5, what I got, and I turn around and I'm pointing, right? I'm more than likely making my golf score up. So if I go down below a weekly or a monthly, trying to do an Elliott wave count, I'm probably making it up. The subwave of the subwave, I mean, you get so confused, it's not even funny. Yeah. But sometimes I call them Ray Charles counts, right? And they just stick out at you. So this count is my best guess, but it doesn't break any rules. 4 can't go below 1, check. 2 can't go below the 4 can't go below the end of 1, check. 2 can't go below the beginning of 1, check. 3 can't be the shortest wave, check. Valid count, right? But what makes it even more crazy is look at the ABCDs coming in together up a little higher. Yeah. So that's a massive target for gold. And I mean, don't hold my Elliott wave count to expertise like Mr. Prechter, but I mean that looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on gold. So we only got about 5% left till we really check it out.
Yeah, it could be there today or tomorrow without any trouble at all. And you notice that the other currencies, gold is not making new highs in other currencies. They're not even close in some of these. And so that's another thing. That's basically the gold versus the dollar that's in new high ground. You don't get it with the pound, the euro, the Swiss, the yen, Canadian, Australia. None of that is happening. So that's a huge divergence. And then silver's lagging badly.
That's a really cool thing that you taught me, right, was to pay attention to the currency markets. Back when I started doing it, I know it's changed now, but I think it was 90 days. Every stock market, bond market, and commodity market would have to, operate continuously for 90 days to equal 1 day of liquidity on the foreign exchange. So it impacts everything. And it is Mr. Big Bus. Speaking of another big, huge deal, semiconductor index. ABCD, there you are. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, okay, maybe we have an extended 3 here, but all I'm saying is we are at an ABCD with a valid 5-wave count. Wow, semiconductor. Wow. I mean, no one's looking at it from that perspective, and Larry, that's not a very bullish chart, believe it or not, or it just continues to the moon. So semiconductors are something to watch also. The banks lead us up, banks lead us down. ABCD, we're there, right? So if the banks keep going up stronger, I mean, I would definitely look at that 1.618 extension from the high in 2007. It could definitely go up and tag that, but it looks pretty nice right here. And so got to be watching the banks. And then the last two charts, again, Larry, I thank you for this, is measured moves, right? And so if I take that low in 1896 at $28.48 on the Dow, 0.618, exact 0.618 of the large blue solid arrows is equal to the rise from 1896 to 2007. And then we just completed basically ABCDs. So, wow. I mean, and in fact, that measured move, it was the exact high on the Dow. So, the last time we hit the exact high in the Dow, you can see we had a pretty good thump in 2020. 0.618, a harmonic number of that. You can see what happened. We had a crash from 2007 to 2009. So no one really knows what's going on. But when you start looking at that liquidity in the yen, you start looking at all these big monthly ABCDs coming in, I'm going to jump on your ship, Larry, and say, this ship might be filling up with water. We might need to get our life preservers. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm looking at.
Yeah. I agree with you 100%, my friend. Listen, I want to thank you for being on today. Hey, how's JJ doing? Is he going? Where is he going to go to college?
He's doing great. Yeah, he's doing great. He's actually a Del Mar lifeguard. So he's playing Mr. Baywatch. He's had a bunch of rescues and.
I imagine they were all between 17 and 18. And they were all girls. Knowing him.
No comment.
Where's he going to go to? Jimmy, where's he going to? Yeah, where's he going to go to college?
It looks like UCSD. He wants to study neuroscience.
Oh, so very good. Yeah. My daughter got a degree from there.
He's 19, Larry. We started.
You can't make it.
When he was born.
Can't make any mistakes at 19. That's for sure. Yeah.
And thanks for being Santa Claus all those years. Hopefully there's not any kids listening.
I can't believe it. You know, when he was a little kid, I used to call him, pretend to be Santa Claus to him all the time. Of course, when you're 19, that doesn't happen too much anymore.
I know, right?
Yeah. How about your grandkids? You got some grandkids now, right? What?
5.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah,
God, Jimmy, where does the 20-some years go, Bubba? I just can't believe it.
I don't know, but man, it's been good, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's been an E-coupon ride, no question, brother. Hey, thanks a lot. Love you, buddy. Cards and letters coming in. Bye-bye. Be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, folks, we're looking at the chart here of October cattle. That's the lead option right now. And what we saw here on Friday was a perfect pattern, and we missed it because of doing too many things. By the time we saw it, it already moved well over $300, but there it was right there. There it makes a slightly lower low. You're going to buy it at 177.50. The low was 177.37, and it's had a perfect ABC. And as you can see now, we have an A, B, C, D to the upside. That completes that pattern. And also what you want to do is when you're looking at that, you have a high back here. So you want to check to see what the 382 would have been today if you were trading the cattle. And look at that, folks. There it is right there. And it's already made $500. So you can't ask for anything better than that. There's your A leg. There's your B leg. There's your C leg. There's your D leg right at the 382. Remember this 382 right here. This is one of the things that set it up for the buy on Friday, but that we happened to miss. But there was your 382 here on the cattle on the day before. You see this? And then the next day it opens down and boom, it goes from 82, drops 7 points from low to high. I mean, that's how much this thing was really rocking and rolling because of a limit move. Anyway, that's what we're watching here with the cattle, and it's just a pattern like anything else, folks. Nothing more, nothing less. So that's pretty much what we're watching here. Now I want to get over here to the couple things is the bonds. I'll get this bond up here because you got to watch the bonds, folks, because this is where your flight to quality or whatever they want to call it, because you can see what happened the last time we did this. We'll get the daily up and you'll get a big drift of what's happening. Now, this is when the big panic occurred here. All right, this was right at the high. Now that was on the 5th. Okay, now it was we had a 1, 2, 3, 4 day down move that stopped right here. We pointed this out to you on Friday, so let's just do it again. We'll go from this level right here. That was hold on one second. Our low was way back here in May, and you put that in, and your 382 came in at the exact low, folks, 121.16. And if you looked at it on the hourly chart, you had all the ABCD stuff was coming in at the same time. There it is, right there. So that's what we're watching as we're doing. We're only a heartbeat away now from this pattern right here. You see, we're almost there. Let's just blow it up and see where we are. And now I would be really careful about selling this 382 for one reason. Well, you don't have to worry about that reason because we're almost there. 123.15 is going to be actually 123.17 is the exact number. We're at 15 right now. All right, let's just do it from a practical standpoint. Let's say you're really bearish bonds, okay? What you could do is you can sell the bonds here at 123.17. They shouldn't get any higher than that. Your 1.27 expansion is 123.20. That's only 3 pips. So if you put a stop in here, 5 pips, you're risking $150. You're going to sell it at, am I going to do it? You bet, because I do all 382s that I can find, because when you find them, when you hit, it's a big one. So you got, the number is 123.17. 123.17 would be the sale. Okay, and then what you'd do is you'd put your stop right here. You're not going to risk very much, all right? You're going to put your stop here at 123, 7 ticks, so 24. 117.24. You're going to risk 7 ticks or $210. And if this stops right here, if it stops and doesn't get any higher than 17, then look out. Now, let's look at it just a little bit closer. There might be one other ratio because it took 2 days for this to form. We want to see what that expansion was from this low to this high. There's your answer, folks. There's your 1.618 and 382 coming together right there. So you sell it at 23.17, 123.17, and you have a buy stop at 123.24. That's be right above here. That's risking $210. But you've got, when you do that, you've got the 382, and you also have the 1.618 expansion from our move on Thursday. Okay, Thursday to Sunday night. Here we are, Sunday night, Monday. Boom, there we are. So it's getting there fast. And that's why when you sell it there, you got to be able to say, you got to put your stop in, because you don't want to have anything to do with that little puppy. That's not good when that stuff happens. Okay, one other one we have to look at over here. And just give me 1 second here. I've got to get the wheat up, because we were also giving the folks a chance here in the wheat, because let's get the Christmas wheat up here, because we had a chance to buy the wheat. Let's just see if it worked, because I said to watch the wheat real closely, because we wanted to be a buyer of the corn. So you had your choice of corn or wheat. Wheat is by far the strongest. So we're going to draw this over like this. There's where our low was, way back here. And we said, look for a 61% retracement of that move. And we'll draw that in. There's your low that we made way back there, 5 something. The market came down. And what did it do today at the 61% retracement? Well, folks, it hit it, came down and touched it again right on the open. We matched that low from the overnight, and there it is right there. It's gone from 52 to 60. But you know, the corn was a better one, because corn's already made 12 cents, and this one's only made 8. So corn was actually a better move. So that's what we're paying attention to here right now in the wheat market. So let's see what we have going on with some of these others that we're paying attention to. Hold on 1 second. Someone asked a question about one other chart here. Alibaba, and I haven't looked at this chart since Hector was a pup. Wow, that's had a pretty good rally here recently. That's a 30-minute. Let's get the daily up. It's been under a lot of pressure recently. There's where we are. Okay, well, we had a big rally here. Then we had the pullback. We had some higher bottoms in here, which is pretty good. Now what we're seeing in Alibaba now is where it looks like we're making a Gartley right here. There's your X leg right here. There's your A, B, C, and D coming in right up here at about 84. So should have stopped it, but it didn't. Hold on a second. It'll go right up to 84, which will be your ABCD pattern. Well, it's 83.35 was the actual number. Let's just draw it in correctly. There it is. 83.35 is the exact ABCD coming in here. And also what you'd want to be doing with Alibaba is when you made a low here, you made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You had an 8-day rally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're in the 6th day right now. So look at about the 8th day. It might be pretty good. And did a lucky winner come in today? Let's see if we have someone. Michael from Niagara Falls. What can we help you with, Michael?
Yeah, hi, Larry. If you're following the October 87 calendar and you're following the October 87 crash analog, and Thursday at 3 p.m. the market just starts to tank, causing Friday to gap down, do you remain short over the weekend for Black Monday?
Uh-huh. Oh, you mean in current times?
Yeah. So, I mean, if you're looking August 2024 equals October 1987, same calendar setup. Thursday, 3 p.m., the market begins to sell hard. it gaps down Friday morning, closes on its low, would you remain short into Black Monday, the 19th?
Yes, I would. But the 19th is Monday. That's my daughter Jill's birthday, so we have to have a special day for that, Mike. Hey, thanks for joining us, buddy. Thank you. It's only 56. We'll be right back, folks. 877-927-6648.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento, a pros pro with over 50 years of experience. Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, this is the NASDAQ on daily. You had a 3-day rally at the 382 and then down. You had a 3-day rally just a little above the 382 by a heartbeat. And now you've had a 6-day rally stopping at the 382 of the high that we made back up in here. Now, if we close above this level here, and it could easily turn, as we know, it closes above that 187.50 level, then we could go higher in these markets. But if we look at this on that smaller time frame, just quickly, you can see here, there's where we are on the way up and down. As you can see, all we're going to complete here is today would be my guess. You're going to see this pattern complete, and then it'll also try to rally one more time too, because there's your ABCD leg. That would take you down here. But you see how you've stopped right here at the 78% level again? That's telling you that there's strong support setting in this line right here. If we close above this level, it's going to be friendly. We close below this level, not so friendly. That's it. And we'll look at this on the hourly. You'll be able to see it clearly. There's the number we were looking at right there. The number was 18757. The high was 18765. We're trading 150 handles lower than where we are right now, but we haven't gone anywhere. Here's where we were just a few days ago, back on the 7th. There was your low on the 5th. We didn't make an ABCD yet, and maybe that's in the cards that we're going to do an ABCD. It just depends on, what happens today. The Dow Jones has been much weaker, and that's in fact, it's just made new lows on the day as we've been speaking. So we'll pay attention to that one, because that was one that we were really focusing on the show on Friday, that you had to do that trade no matter what happened, because it was so perfect. You just everything you could. There it was there on Friday, right here at the exact high. I mean, within just a tick or two of that number, and it's now down 400 handles from that high right in here. So that's it. Now stay tuned, folks, because tomorrow or the next day, watch the silver and watch the gold, because there's going to be a big top coming in here. So you want to try to take advantage of it. 2528 is the secret number, but it's not secret anymore. We'll see you on the flip side tomorrow, and may God bless.